Hello and welcome to Wireshark training for network professionals. This Wireshark training was for those who are new in networking or who are already in networking and want to learn that how network troubleshooting works. Okay, to learn about how Wireshark works, what is Wiresharks, what's how does it work, how do you troubleshoot using Wireshark? Because Wireshark has been used by a lot of network professionals, security professionals, and as well as SOC operations, people working in SOC operations. Okay. So if you are in system administrator, network administrator, or network engineer, or even if you are in cyber security, then you must know Wireshark in order to understand how network is communicating to other devices, or in order to see that if there is any malicious. Okay, so this is Wireshark. Why we are going to use Wireshark? So we're going.
It's 4:11 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is locked, you'll need to turn on personal results. Check the notification in your phone for more information.
But most professional I've seen have been using, even in myself, I've used Wireshark in Windows. Easy to use and easy to operate, and graphical interface are same in Linux and as well as Windows. Okay, there's not much difference, but yes, the installation methods are different for Linux and then for Windows. Okay, so let's take a look on what we are going to follow. Okay, what syllabus we are going to follow to prepare or to teach this Wireshark training. Okay, we are going to follow the course guideline WCNA, which is Wireshark Network Wireshark Certified Network Analyst. Okay, we are going to follow their syllabus. Okay, and the first, which is the first section, it is introduction. Okay, in introduction we are going to see introducing and introducing and installing Wireshark, how actually Wireshark work, what are the type of filter, where do you see the packet filters or intercepting packets, and we are going to look some settings, important settings. Okay, and we are also going to see then traffic capture. Okay, how do you capture traffic, applying traffic to filter, because lot of protocol will be we are going to deal with, so we have to filter some protocol, some IP, some MAC address, so we are going to use the traffic. Okay, methods, colorizing traffic. Okay, these two things we will see. Okay, that different color tells different information about packets. Okay, first of all, the packets, if you are from IT background or network background, you may know about that the packets in the data come in packet form. Okay, it's in layman term, if I say that data in assembled form, and then you're able to see that data or then we are going to the analyzing statistics, then following stream, a different profile creation. Suppose I have different settings for different methodology, different capture methods. I want to use I am using a same type of settings every time I am modifying the setting to specific things. Okay, to use some filter. Okay, so what I want here, change the setting every time. I just want just a one option that will revert everything, every setting to that older method which I was using to filter traffic or capture in practical. And how to save and export
It's
and
4:15 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is
data,
locked, you'll need
deal with it. You're gonna see how does it work. So for that you have to create a backup, or you have to save it somewhere. So we're going to see what are the option you can use to save that actually. And the following protocol we are going to deal with in this official course: TCP, DNS, ARP, IP version 4, ICMP, DSCP, STTP, FTP, and mail protocols. Wireless LAN capture analysis, creating baseline. These are things we are going to also learn troubleshoot.
It's 4:15 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is locked, you'll need to turn on personal results. Check the notification in your phone for more information.
Network protocol analysis. There are a lot of tools available. Wireshark is very popular and has been used by a lot of engineers, network engineers. Okay, we're gonna detect the malicious traffic using Wireshark and other tools also. We are also going to use the command line options to work with Wireshark. Okay, so these are the modules, and the second, analyzing performance problem with Wireshark. In Wireshark, we will analyze the if you have network delay or system delay. So we're gonna and use Wireshark to see where the problem is actually happening. Okay, and not only this, there are a lot of other things we will learn. Okay, like what are the I device communicating to what IP. There are a lot of other tools which works on Wireshark. Okay, we're gonna see that also. Okay, so let's start first. Let's see how do you actually download and the Wireshark. Okay, from what website are available to download it. Okay, first of all, what is Wireshark? So Wireshark is network protocol analyzer. Okay, it can help you to see network error, to get the problem inside the network, to analyze the error in networks. Okay, and understanding that the problem is from server side or from client side. Okay, where is the network delay is happening, why is it happening. Okay, we're going to do that using Wireshark. Okay, if you go click on search Wireshark on Google, you will see the web page that Wireshark website is here. So we're going to select download option, and there you will see that there's stable release. There are multiple options: older stable release and newer stable release. These are the older version. In case the newer version getting some problem, you can use the older version from here. Okay, and the stable release, you will see multiple download options are available. Okay, one is 64-bit installer, one is 32-bit, and one is portable apps. First of all, what is portable apps? Portable apps are those applications which doesn't require to install. You don't have to install, you can just download and start using it. Okay, but it is recommended to download and install the complete software. Okay, so you have to first select to computer operating system architecture, 32-bit or 64-bit, which you can see here. Go to this PC, select properties, and you can see that as I'm using 64-bit operating system, I will go with 64-bit. One thing, if you are using 64-bit, okay, and you can also use 32-bit version. Okay, because 64-bit Windows operating system is are backward compatible. Okay, but why use 32-bit when you are you support 64-bit operating system? So we're gonna download this. Okay, which already is inside my computer. I've already installed, but I'm going to do it again so that you can see how it is. What are other options you should choose before installing. Okay, as you can see, the download has started. Let's first uninstall the already installed Wireshark. Okay, I'm installing it. Till then, I'm pausing it so that we can get back to the installation. Now let's start. Click next. Note it. And the options are here. What tools and plugin you want to install? So Wireshark, which is must. T-Shark, which is also you should install in case you want to deal with command line. Plugins and extension, documentation and tools. Okay, first of all, if you're a new user, go with the default settings which is already defined by the tools, okay, by the software. So these are the settings which were pre-selected by the tool, so we're going to use this. Okay, so want to create shortcut? Yeah, I'm going to uncheck it. I don't want to be it to be in start menu and quick launch. Now this option tells that open these extensions file with Wireshark. Okay, so I'm going to check it. Okay, so you can check this file. Okay, mark check here, and next this is the location where you want to save npcap. Okay, it is the software which is required to capture or deal with the capture file. Okay, so it come with pre-installed in Wireshark. You can install it by here. Okay, so next it is USB cap to capture a USB file, traffic from USB. So I'm not going to use this because currently we are not going to use this methods. Okay, let it install. It will take around 2 or 3 minutes or less than 2 minutes. Okay, so in the meantime it's installing. So let me tell you that a lot of time when you are installing Wireshark in Windows and Linux, you may get some error like this software required privilege or this program required privilege. So make sure you are installing. So make sure you are installing on the Wireshark with admin rights. And when you are running Wireshark, so you have to select right click and run as admin. Okay, this option can help you to counter all those error, and Wireshark will work without any problem. Then okay, till then installing, I'm going to pause it so that we can directly come to Wireshark interface. Select agree. Legacy loopback support for nmap. Okay, restrict nmap drive access to administrator only. If you want to npcap access to admin people only, so you can select this one. So I'm not going to check this. Okay, I want to make it default. So I'm the only one who basically click next, finish, and just wait a bit. Okay, so Wireshark has been installed. Let's see. Right click and run as admin. Okay, we have to install npcap also. If you get some error like this, that might be some we have not checked the npcap installer, but I think, but never mind. We can download it from this website, okay, from this website location. Select npcap and npcap installer for Windows 7 and whatever version you are using of Windows, and install it. This is how the first look of Wireshark is. That's how Wireshark looks like. It is showing you all the interface connected to internet or transferring some data. Okay, these are the connections. So you have to check which one is actually sending or receiving packets. Okay, similar to this, I'm going to show you another thing. In my another machine, you can see there are some files it's showing to open. As you can see that these are pcap file. It's the format.
It's 4:32 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is
You can use multiple save options. So I have saved them in pcap format. Wireshark will detect those saved pcap files and will show you that if you want to load any one of them. Okay, other than this, here you can see all my interface which are sending or receiving some type of data. So actually I'm connected to through internet through Wi-Fi. So as you can see, there's my Wi-Fi is showing. Okay, I can just click here and you will see that all the traffic has started capturing. Wireshark already has started capturing all the traffic. Okay, what is this colorizing means? The colorizing means, before showing you this, I'm going to show you one thing. Go to edit, the preference, and the capture option. You can see that the capture packet in promises mode. That means if you check this, Wireshark will capture all the packets flowing in the wire, okay, or wireless. Okay, if you uncheck this option, Wireshark will only cap.
It's 4:34 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is
Now default interface, you can select your default interface. If in case you don't want to choose the interface every time, you want to select Wi-Fi, you can select Wi-Fi, local area network, or whatever you have. Okay, we'll see these option for later, but first let's check the coloring option. On view section, coloring rules, as you can see, some there are some blue color, red, sorry, yellow, and black colors, and there are some black and red colors, maybe not now. So if we go to colorizing rule, we can see what this color means actually. Okay, so if you see the something like uh,
It's 4:35 p.m. To hear your notifications while your
actually able to connect
turn on personal results. Check the notification.
to come in the, okay, if something like this in this color, okay, a light yellow, so that means that's an arc. Arc is like
Something went wrong.
memory, okay,
Something went wrong.
Wi-Fi,
Went wrong.
CPU and IP address. Okay, and it's stored that your device MAC address and what is the IP address associated with your device MAC address. So in Wi-Fi cache memory, all the IP address and the MAC address is stored. Okay, so that is what is called our
Something
address resolution protocol. Okay, address with their MAC address. So when a data comes from,
It's 4:36 p.m. To hear your notifications while your phone is locked, you'll need to turn on personal results.
will look for the IP address, which IP actually requested that, and then it will map it with the MAC address. And then when you will find the MAC address, it will direct the data to that.
It's 4:36 p.m. To hear your notifications.
Whenever I want to find an IP address or a MAC address of an IP address, I will send an ARP reply. and whoever has the MAC address which belong to that IP address will send a I will send the ARP request, and who the IP address associated with that MAC address, okay, it will send its MAC address to me that I am that IP address. Okay, you want to communicate to me or whatever it is. That is ARP. ICMP, which is ping, TCP reset the communication when the traffic or the websites reset the communication, reset that in a network initialization. Okay, or whenever you try to connect the connection, it reset the connection and you will not able to connect to the website. That is called TCP reset. Okay, a lot of filter and their correspondence colorizing rule are here. Let's see a normal example. This section you are seeing is give a lot more detail, the technical details of all the packets here. If I frames here, if I click any one of the frame number here, I can see the data or frame or Ethernet who actually send the source and destination, all those settings. Okay, and this is called filter bar. There are a lot of protocol we will deal with. So we can use this filter bar to filter a specific protocol. Suppose I wanna filter a protocol which is ARP. So I will just enter ARP. That's ARP, and you can see that someone is sending ARP request and someone is sending getting an ARP reply. Here I can see that if I just double click here, or even in here below it, I can see that what type of request it is. It is an ARP reply. It's not a request. Okay, and the reply in IP version 4, you can see the source is this and the destination is this. So the person or whoever the device requested and who was the destination is getting the reply, you will see. Okay, here. So like here, it is a request. You can see ARP request. So source is TP link. Okay, and destination, it is a broadcast. So it is sending the ARP request to all of the device. Okay, in the network. Okay, so that's how the Wireshark can help you to analyze network, troubleshoot the network, and see where the problem is happening. Okay, there are a lot more to learn in Wireshark, lot more to discover. Okay, we will see how actually troubleshoot network error, all those things related to networking, and even in malware analysis and cybersecurity also. We are going to learn about that also in this. That means we are going to learn networking in cybersecurity. Okay, how you're going to intercept malicious traffic, see what type of malicious traffic is flowing in the network, and how you can actually capture it and stop it. Okay, basics of cybersecurity in Wireshark with Wireshark. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because there are a lot we have to learn in Wireshark, or Wireshark is going to come. Okay, so please share with your friends who want to learn Wireshark in net and cybersecurity. Okay, and we will meet in next class. Okay, so please, if you have any suggestion, any feedback, please write in the comment section. Any question, query, please write that also in comments. I'm going to communicate. I'm going to reply in the comment. Okay, and if you have anything else related regarding to this or other course, you can ask us to the contact number provided. Reach out to us through the website. Okay, thank you for being here, guys. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.